Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Alright, we have a really fun episode today. We're going to be reviewing Spider-Man 2099 Exodus number 3 with the first appearance of the Avengers 2099 team consisting of the Hulk, Black Panther, Captain, they call her Miss America, Moon Knight, and a couple other characters like Arrow, and maybe Valkyrie's gonna join the team. I don't know. They don't show her in this one though. And I assume also they're gonna meet up with Winter Soldier, but again they don't show up as well. But yeah, so let's get it out of the bag and board. All right, now before we get dived into the Spider-Man 2099 Exodus number 3, I do want to let you guys know about our 300 subscriber giveaway. When we hit 300 subscribers, we'll be giving this book away. It's the Absolute Carnage number 1 Murderos store exclusive variant cover. All you have to do is like the video, comment down below, and that'll give you a chance to win. And when we hit 300 subscribers, I'll put a video up notifying the winner. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get dived right on into the issue here. Now, as always, we have a couple things to cover before we get completely dived into the issue. The first is, I do want to let you guys know we're going to be going heavy into spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled for Spider-Man 2099 Exodus number 3, that's your warning. The next thing is we always shout out the creative team, because without the creative team we wouldn't have a comic book. So on this book we have the writer is Steve Orlando, the artist is Z Carlos, the colorist is Eric Arciniega, the letterer is VC's Clayton Cowles, and the cover artist on this one was actually Ryan Stegman, and then colors by J.P. Meyer and Marty Gracia. So that's why it's such a dope cover. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get dived into the issue. So we start off in Nueva York, and Miguel O'Hara is talking with Lila, his hollow assistant. And she says, "Something wrong, Miguel?" He says, "Just another dead god, Lila. Osborn and his cabal might not have killed Loki, but they can't be too angry about it. Less competition. Easier to steal godhood for himself." Lila says, "The Valkyrie did say to make Osborn mortal." And then in Spider-Man's head, he hears Moon Knight talking to him. And Moon Knight says, "You'll forgive me for quieting your familiar Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man. It has been a year since the death of the Avengers. A year since we were under siege, and all anyone could do was watch, thanks to the Masters of Evil and their black cards. I still remember Cable's young face as our temporal liaison fled for his life." And we get some real cool paneling there with Spider-Man and Lila, and then the old Avengers team. And Zemo the aristocrat, Enchantress the manipulator, Melter the destroyer, Black Knight the strategist, the radioactive man the spoiler, and the patriot the strong man. They wanted people to see, to understand. They were breaking the stallion of the world because they could, because their black cards put them above the law. The Avengers weren't disassembled, we were disemboweled. They carved up hope like a sacred deer. The message was clear. Humanity might have survived, but it had new masters. Victorious, they set out to pillage the stars, left us to die. But I have died before, and as long as vengeance calls, the Moon Knight will live to answer it. I retired to my crescent crypt, to heal in the heart of the moon, to watch from above, to plan, to prepare for a day feared like no other, and today was that day. The earth shine bells. Something's woken the monocle. Ontario, a stellar crash. It's incredible. This footage is minutes old, and yet already a wonder trove of metals, medicines, myths sprung from a cosmic corpse. A god that stays dead. Wait. Incoming data package. No. Perimeter breach of the solar system. Long range scans detect the radioactive man. It was them. Our supposed masters. They're coming. No doubt to rob the Earth of its newfound riches. As we see the masters of evil, basically, with radioactive man and enchantress and all their bad guys, kind of just arriving to Earth to basically, yeah, plumage the dead god that fell from the sky. And so Moon Knight says the masters weren't the only ones watching Earth. From the moment I rose, I'd searched, stoked the fires, sought out the spiteful living, those with friends, families, lovers, and heroes waiting to be avenged. Crescent Crypt engaged the summoning array, those like you, Spider-Man. As we see Spider-Man saying, of course, I pushed Osborn, now he's called in his crew. And Moon Knight replies, Osborn? And Miguel says, something slipped. Even in your gaze, Moon Knight, Osborn was the Patriot, the one master to stay behind the start of his cabal of kleptocrats. He engineered the crash to create this garden, put a bounty on its riches, but I killed that. The masters returning can't be a coincidence. You believe them? He's called them here, says Moon Knight. Miguel says, Osborn seeded a paradise, and now that he's got to come collect its spoils in person, he doesn't want to do it alone. I need numbers to ruin his day. Asgard turned me down, but now, here you are talking vengeance. Moon Knight replies, indeed, Spider-Man, one could call it my love language. If you'd stand up against Osborn and the Masters of Evil, you won't stand alone. John Eisenhart, the Hulk. The Masters made you into a doomsday device. Rowena Stern, Captain Marvel. The Masters cut down your fathers. Zay Lee, Arrow. The Masters poisoned your students. Mackenzie Salgado, Wave. The Masters starved your city. Roberta Mendez, Captain America. The Masters stole your free will. Tashamba, Black Panther. The Masters spoiled your ancestral home. The time has come to enlighten Earth's would-be tyrants. When you kill the old Avengers, you create new Avengers. Each one of us has been wounded by the Masters, each felt loss at their hands, and when they make landfall, that loss will be repaid. And Hulk says with interest, as we get a one-page splash of the whole new team there. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool, right, guys? All right, and so yeah, Hulk says with interest, and Miguel says they bent space to create this garden. They made it, but we don't have to let them take it. And Zemo says from his spaceship, please, you only survived our first siege by being beneath our notice. This garden and all its wealth belong to the Masters by right. Step aside or die, as your kind do. And Moon Knight says, vengeance cannot be killed, Zemo. Wound it, and you only bring its strength. And Zemo says, Khonshu's puppet, I seem to recall spilling your skull. And Captain America comes in, says, you won't get the chance, Melter. I make my own activation codes now. And the other Avengers chime in. And the bad guys, except Zemo, there's Zemo. The bad guys, except Green Goblin, jump out right there of their spaceship, and the fight proceeds to get going. And they kind of badmouth each other. You know what I'm saying? There's some jokes going down, and then we get this the classic team face-off, team versus team, So we have that right here, the classic team versus team face off going on with all the characters. Right. And Zemo's fighting Moon Knight, and you know what I'm saying. The fight kind of splits up a little bit. We got a Radioactive Man versus Captain Marvel, and the Hulk versus I don't know, Chest Beam Man. I'm sorry, they didn't. I feel like they didn't name all the bad guys. Anyways, so then you know, Black Panther comes up and like rips off a bunch of Radioactive Man's like radioactive things that he's got jabbed into his shoulders, and so that doesn't hurt him. You know, he's not doing well, and it kind of looks like the Avengers are pretty much winning, right? Um, and then Miguel O'Hara goes to like unmask Zemo, and Zemo's like, it's not a mask, and Miguel doesn't believe him and has his, you know, his talons in his hands, kind of, and ends up actually ripping the poor. Well, he's an evil man, so he ends up ripping the guy's face off, and yeah, they end up kind of like they don't kill any of these guys, but they definitely make it so they're not able to join the battle anymore. And at the end, though, of kind of taking care of all four of those, um, Miguel's like, where is Norman Osborn? And he actually shows up and he says, nothing screams like old money. So much for the masters. I was never really one of you. How could I be? I worked for my spot. Now all I do is wind you up. You had to make your play. You couldn't resist. And me? I'll just smile as the new Avengers take you off the board. And so this was sort of orchestrated by Norman Osborn to you know, to get rid of his own, some people in his way of taking the spoils of the god that fell to earth for himself. And so, you know, the new Avengers, they end up finishing off the four bad guys, but of course, as you would know, Norman Osborn does get away. The Green Goblin gets away, and Black Panther says like, from rot, my friends, comes new life. The galaxy is wounded. The healing starts here. For Earth, Wakanda, and the stars beyond. No cry will go ignored. Where once the masters spread pain, the Avengers will seed hope. Night is passing at last. This is a moment of renewal, of faith rewarded, of time, of heroes reborn. And then we see on the last page here, got Miguel O'Hara talking with Moon Knight, and Miguel says, the masters might be on trial, but Osborn's laughing somewhere. Moon Knight says, and as I vowed, we will finish the job. The Avengers will hunt for the former Patriot. Miguel says, I'm not ready to come hard and loud, Khonshu, not yet. Osborn wanted this. The masters were trying to undercut him. Now they're powerless. He wound us up, played us. Osborn's knocking off his competition. When the time's right, I'll signal with your beacon. Moon Knight says, and until then? And Miguel says, thanks to their black cards, the masters could only face justice off-world. That's Osborn's true power. Like Valkyrie said, I'm burning his money, making him mortal, and to do that I need help. The kind I can only find in Latveria. And it says next, caught in the web of Black Widow. And they show us a front page of the next issue with looks like a Black Widow 2099 going on there. All right, guys. Yeah, man, I definitely enjoyed this issue. The first two were good. Like if you guys watch the reviews. So the first issue is kind of like our introduction to Winter Soldier 2099 and her origin story. The second issue is introduction to Valkyrie 2099 and her origin story, And this one, I I want to say it's kind of our introduction to the Avengers 2099 and their origin story. And of the three so far, I enjoyed this one better just because like there was some more Miguel in it, and also because the art in this issue was done by I believe it's a different person. You know, maybe he did the other ones as well, but he really did this one's amazing. I love this one. Like there's so many characters that he has to be drawing, and yeah, I showed off the panel so you guys saw. It's I think this is one that I didn't show. So yeah, man, it's just some amazing artwork, and the colors as well. The colors really make the art pop. So I was just loving that, and that's Eric Arciniega, and so yeah, the art in this book by Carlos and Arciniega. Yeah, no man, those two worked in some great combination, and I definitely enjoyed that. And as you guys know, I'm kind of Steve Orlando usually writes a good tale, and with him coming into this saying that he was really excited to bring one of his childhood favorite runs back into comics, that kind of has hooked me on seeing what he has to offer, as this is also one of my favorite childhood runs. Yeah, so that's what I have, guys. Spider-Man 2099 Exodus #3 gets a thumbs up, and yeah, that's pretty much what I have today. Remember, if you guys like this kind of content, like the video, comment down below, and it'll give you a chance to win the Absolute Carnage #1 Murderos store variant exclusive. And if you wanted to help support the channel, go ahead and click the link below, shop on my eBay store, and I'll send you some comic books. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow, and have a great day.